cross country day. It's the last day of class. These guys, look at these guys knocking it out of the park. Reverse launching. So it's the first launch of the day for these guys. It's about 10, gusting 14 miles per hour. Okay. Okay. There we go. Got another one launching here. These guys have been dealing with hurricane force winds, literally, this whole class. And they're just knocking it out of the park. They can forward and do reverses, and it's pretty impressive. I've never had a class of every single student being able to do reverse launches and getting up first try. It's pretty awesome. As you can see, everyone's parked. Hey, Greg. Can you do me a favor, Greg? Can you go to the schoolhouse and get a cable for Steve? His helmet doesn't have a cable.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind.
There's actually a house over there.
Is there?
Yeah, I think there's actually one. I'll go check.
He said there's not one over there. He said he looked for one.
No, there was a house without a cable.
All right, guys, try and find Mike, and you guys can go on a little bit of a cross country.
Yeah, I don't think there's much cross country to be had. When we get to the pond over here, I'll be pretty lucky. We can do it at about 5 feet off the road.
Yeah, why don't you guys fly to the gator pond out there and then scratch your way back?
I'll get there sometime in the next couple of minutes.
He's going to get you a cable.
I'm looking for a high enough altitude I can get penetration.
So what he's trying to say here, guys, is that it's windy. You can see, like, actually right there. There he is. He's actually flying backwards right now. He's into the headwind, but he's flying backwards because it's so windy. Power, 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 power. Come on. There you go. Stand up straight. Nice. A little bit of a jump, but that's all right. So that's 6 out of the 7 students, plus I got Dave, who's an intern instructor, and Mike up there with those guys. So he's the last one waiting. He's waiting for a helmet cable. And we'll have all the students in there at the same time. All reverse launching. Winds are not so bad today. They're about 10 miles per hour. Like 9, gusting 11 maybe. Yeah, it's 6:43 right now. The sun's about to crest. It's like right at sunrise. So anyway, what we're saying is that the winds, once you get about, 200 feet or so, the winds are probably 35 miles an hour or so, or 30 miles an hour. They're actually flying backwards. You can see Mike up there. He's just literally parked or moving backwards. He's trying to go up higher to see if there's a tailwind, because I think the winds aloft are actually forecasted to be much less. It's gonna be a pretty awesome sunrise there. And one last student waiting. He's just got to get a cable for his helmet so he can talk on the radio. So this is the last day of class. What we do on the last day of class is we throw them all up on the same frequency, and me or one of the other instructors will stay here on the ground and just make sure everything's good. And if they need to kind of like play ATC, air traffic control, just help get them off the ground. But most of the time they're doing it on their own and launching and landing. But we just stay on the ground to kind of make sure everything's looking good, and then they'll go out and do a cross country. It's so windy today though that it's just not going to be very likely for a cross country. They're all parked for the most part, but they get on the same frequency. We normally have a conversation and talk about what you're going to look for as you're flying around. You know, like after you leave your landing zone, which is where we normally fly these guys most of the time. What you look for, okay, where am I going to land if my motor dies? What happens if I run out of gas? How much gas do I have? Are there power lines and various other things? How much altitude should I fly at? Which way is the wind coming from? You know, you got to look out for other people. Obviously, we're flying here at an airport. Here comes Dave. All these are things to consider, and it just takes, oh, that's actually Jerry. Let's see how he does on his landing here. It's actually a lot of things to keep on track of here for a sport where you're literally flying by the seat of your pants. Nice. Hands went up too fast. Ooh, look at this. Touch and go. Pressure, pressure, pressure. There you go. Look at that. First touch and go. So critique, Jerry, when you land, your hands went back up pretty fast. Luckily it's windy, so it kind of saved you. But next time, keep your hands down a little bit longer and come up slower with your hands. So Steve's gonna warm his motor up, and then hopefully he'll be up here in just a second. We got the cable coming for him. Yep, Fridays are always a fun day here. Well, they're all fun days, really. But today is extra fun because I get to watch my little babies leave the nest. Legal height is 17,999 feet mean sea level. Yeah, and there's no requirements, no radio requirements, no certificates. It's literally you don't have to even have training, but I highly recommend it because this is not a sport of intuition. It's a sport of literally flying by the seat of your pants. And everything's actually counterintuitive, so you can get yourself into trouble if you don't know what you're doing. But yeah, no laws. Well, there are laws and there are regulations, but for us it's so minimal. It's more like lack of regulations. But you can launch and fly around. Pretty much all you got to do is stay clear of Class A, B, C, and D airspace. Yeah, it's a sport. I mean, there's competitions. The cool thing about this sport is like there's so many different things you can do. You can do go up high and kill your motor and just coast down. These wings have a 9-to-1 glide ratio. So if you're a mile high, you're going to fly a mile or 9 miles before you actually land. The descent rate of about 3 feet per second. So if you think about a skydiver, after they deploy their parachute, they're about 15 feet per second. These are about 3 feet per second. Very efficient wings. And in fact, if you can go out ridge soar, thermal, and fly all day long without power. So they're pretty awesome. And but yeah, pretty much just got to stay clear of congested airspace. You can't fly at night. You can fly 30 minutes before sunrise and 30 minutes after sunrise with a strobe.
AJ, can you give me a comm check?
Comm check on channel 20.
Thank you.
So yeah, pretty freaking awesome sport, and the freedoms that we have with this sport are amazing. There's so many times we were out flying, especially when you're doing cross countries, and you're like, holy crap, I can't believe this is legal. Yeah, the cool thing about the sport is you can go up high and kill your motor and just coast down. You can do thermaling, which is using the energy from the sun. The sun heats up the ground, causing these warm pockets of air to rise. And then you can just stay up all day. Of course, you need sun energy, and that's more of an advanced skill. You can also do ridge soaring, which is going to the beach and getting laminar air off the ocean and riding a ridge, a pocket of air. Hello. And then you can go up and do aerobatics, which that's fun as well. I like the foot drag, and you can go up high elevations and start doing wing overs and barrel rolls and sats and various other things. Lots of different aspects of this sport. It's not just cruising around low and slow. It's up high, aerobatics, thermaling, ridge soaring, foot dragging. There's trikes. Trikes are a lot of fun. Yesterday I was out in the trike and I was doing tacking. I was basically like land sailing because it was so windy. This week has been really windy. It's been like 8 gusting 14 every day in the morning and the evening. So these guys have got to do a lot of flying. They're all in the high 20s for flights. Here comes Mike. Let's go check on Steve, make sure he's doing good. Steve over here is 65 years old. We actually had 2 65 years old and a 57-year-old guy. Several guys in their late 30s, early 40s, all in this class, and then I think one guy in his like high 20s. Been a very fun class. Can't tell who this is. Looks like Jerry maybe? Or no, this is Dave. Dave still hasn't figured out how to spin around yet. He's still got lines. He got lines all over him. All the rest of they're all doing good though. Like I said, the wind's kind of died down now. It's actually down to 7, but most of this class has been 8 up to 14 miles per hour, most of it. I gotta turn the squelch up on this radio. So there's Bill and Jerry. Let's see how Jerry does here. Nice, Jerry. Keep those hands down. Keep them still up too fast. Hold on, Jerry. Don't launch yet. Don't launch yet, Jerry. Don't launch. Yeah, it's all right. Your hands are still coming up too fast a little bit on that touch and go, by the way. You did good, but just keep them down a little bit longer. What's up, Nate? How you doing, bud? I was doing a live stream here. I was just talking to it. Yeah, it's been Mike's up here just parked watching the sunrise. Nice morning. Oh, here come the Sandhill cranes. Yeah, 16-hour shift, Yuck. The goal is for me to not say anything, so see if he can do this on his own. Yep. So he laid it back out into the wind. It's ramping back up. It's about 10 miles an hour. Add power. Power, power, power. Nice. You guys are knocking it out of the park here. What was that, 7 for 7? Very cool. These guys are getting laid back out. Well, cool. Another fun day, another fun graduation day at Aviator. You guys have a great day, great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.